else come along and knock the pair of them off. That'll be
heavy track, 5.58 the penetrometer, rail out 6 metres, and they're set, and they're off in the first. And one of the first out, Liberty Rose on the inside. Gold Lottie jumped okay, but is staying out wide in the early part of the race. Tin Tan Bells going forward with Angora. Now Gold Lottie boots up under Gauchi, trying to cross them and find the lead. As they settle fully, Gold Lottie went to the front at the 1600 over Tin Tan Bell. Angora third outside Liberty Rose. Back behind those horses then is Carnabelle. Crazy Date trapped out, edging out over on the rails, and Just a Believer is at the tail of the field. At the 1400, Gold Lottie led by a length and a half. Tin Tan Bell is second. Liberty Rose is third the inside. Angora gets a good trail in fourth placing. Crazy Date, no luck, still out wide, followed by Edging Out and Carnabelle. At a length and a half away at the tail of the field, Just a Believer. Gold Lottie dictates the terms out past the 1200, a little over a length in front. Crazy Date after a hard run moves up to second now. Tin Tan Bell a length and a half away third. Liberty Rose fourth the inside, a half to Angora. 2 lengths to Carnabelle, being followed by Edging Out and Just a Believer. They've put the 1,000 behind them now, and the leader Gold Lottie by 3/4 of a length. In second placing, Crazy Date. Tin Tan Bell's had a good run third. Liberty Rose fourth on the inside from Angora, then Edging Out on the inside of Carnabelle, and Just a Believer last of all. 700 to go now. Gauchi has dictated the terms, and the favourite Gold Lottie led by a half length to Crazy Date, who'd done it hard. Tin Tan Bell eases out 3 wide. Liberty Rose right behind them, followed by Carnabelle and Angora, and then Edging Out and Just a Believer. Gold Lottie just winding up the tempo a bit, but now Tin Tan Bell straight into second, and the 2 favourites are 1-2 coming around the home turn, with Angora getting up to third, and then Liberty Rose and Crazy Date dropped out, but Gold Lottie scoots away, and the favourite shot 3 in front round the home turn from Tin Tan Bell. Angora battling away with Liberty Rose on the inside, but Gold Lottie's full of running past the 200. She's 4 lengths in front under the Gouch. Liberty Rose, Tin Tan Bell and Angora fighting on behind her, but it's all Gold Lottie, and she'll romp right away with the first on the program, and Gold Lottie's won it by 6 lengths. Tin Tan Bell second. Edging Out got up and grabbed third, just in front of Crazy Date, who battled quite well after a hard run. Then Liberty Rose, Angora, and back behind her was another Believer, who's finished, or Just a Believer, at the tail of the field there in company with racing now. Par 4 out just reasonably on the inside. Tarathea, Romantic Sea and Atomic Love got away very fast. Driving through Joie near the inside as they settle. No pace from Mini Me, it's last. Shelburne Lass the second last. Russian Caravan's back there too at the 800, and Joie led by a length and a half. Par 4 drives up on the rails to get into second. Atomic Love is third. Emma Sensual in the dark blue is fourth. Tarathea around it, followed then by Armin Ruby, Romantic Sea. One further back, Russian Caravan, and they were trailed well back by Grand Esteem coming to the corner, and then Shelburne Lass and about 4 lengths to Mini Me. Round the turn at Joie narrowly from Atomic Love. Tarathea deeper out. Par 4 right behind them, fourth, followed by Armin Ruby, Romantic Sea pulling out wide, and then Emma Sensual. Joie led in the straight from Tarathea. Armin Ruby battling away strongly, and they were followed by Atomic Love and Romantic Sea on the outside. Par 4 will run last. It's Joie well clear though with 100 metres to go. She's out by about 3 lengths. Romantic Sea, Tarathea and Armin Ruby. Joie in front. She's getting tired. Romantic Sea trying hard. Joie just in front and saw it through by a neck. Romantic Sea. Tarathea 3 lengths away third, followed by Grand Esteem. Mini Me made ground from the tail. Then came Shelburne Lass being trailed by Armin Ruby, Russian Caravan, Emma Sensual. Atomic Love knocked up and ran second last, and a distant last in the race was the they're racing. Embraceable You jump well, in fact a beautiful start. Grandeur soon after the jump going to the lead in company with Vel Gardena and Tell Someone. Moondragon wider outs on the improve, looking for a position right on the pace. Embraceable You settling about 5th or 6th on the inside from Archmobile Peladama, and back at the tail end there is Flying Visit. Grandeur went to the 1,000 by a length and a half. Moondragon is in second placing. Tell Someone 2 lengths away third. Vel Gardena's on the rails fourth. Wide around them is Peladama, followed by Embraceable You, well back on the rails. In company there with Flying Visit, and Archmobile is now last. Grandeur led at the 700 metres, slows the tempo down and led by about only a head to Moondragon. Tell Someone third, Peladama deep out in fourth placing from Vel Gardena. Embraceable You's getting up on the inside. Flying Visit next to last in what is a very bunched field, and Archmobile with the job ahead, a length and a half away. They've run it slowly at the 400. Grandeur from Moondragon and Tell Someone 3 deep. Peladama's wider. Embraceable You waiting for a split, one away from the rail. Grandeur around the turn from Moondragon. Embraceable You's running on. Then Tell Someone and Archmobile. It's Moondragon getting to the lead now from Grandeur, who didn't find a lot, and Moondragon kicked away with about 50 metres to go, is all over a winner. Moondragon racing away from Grandeur, and Moondragon easily. Moondragon beat Grandeur. Archmobile got up for third. Tell Someone fourth. Embraceable You, Peladama next, trailed by Flying Visit, and a long last was Vel Gardena.
And Fritz just a length behind them at the jump. St. Cecile heading to the lead, and Hero's going to go with her on the inside. Blanchard settles down third, and then we have Cinderbella from Hello Dolly, who was second to last, 1400 metres to go, and a little more than 2 lengths to Fritz's last of all. It's St. Cecile. She's rolling to the lead from Hero, who's about 3/4 or a half length away on her inside. 2 to Blanchard, a length and a half then to Cinderbella outside of Hello Dolly. These mares race together, and the last is Fritz as they travel towards the 1,000 metres in the Group 1 Fayette Park Prize Stakes of 2001, and St. Cecile gets clear now. She gets away from Hero by 2 lengths, a little more than a length into Blanchard. Cinderbella just urged a bit by O'Sullivan to go forward on the outside, doesn't want St. Cecile to get too far in front, and then Hello Dolly the inside, ridden quietly as too as Fritz at the back of the field. Lisa Mumby putting a bit of pressure on with St. Cecile coming down the side. They've got 700 metres to travel from Hero, and then Blanchard. O'Sullivan moves the mare forward on the outside. Cinderbella, and Fritz tracks her up, and Hello Dolly's going with the 2 as they come around the home corner. The race is all on here. St. Cecile ridden hard. Cinderbella's coming after her on the outside. Fritz travels generously a little deeper out, and Hello Dolly's getting up underneath of both of them. Cinderbella, Hello Dolly's going to her on the inside. She's hit the front. Hello Dolly from Cinderbella fighting hard, and then Fritz. Hello Dolly's in front of the Fayette Park Prize Stakes. Cinderbella's coming again, but the underrated girl of New Zealand Racing's going to get the Group 1. An outstanding performance, Hello Dolly. Cinderella second, 4 lengths Fritz, about 10 to Blanchard, St. Cecile, and Heroes run last.
7, 5 and 1, an upset result in the Group 1. Hello Dolly, the Me Preferido mare from the Wills Yard at Cambridge, coming off the third behind Cinderbella. And it beat Cinderbella home 2 runs back, so perhaps not that much of a surprise. 7.10, 8.90, 7.90. Hello Dolly, triumphing over the raging favourite, the Group 1 Captain Cook from New Zealand. Trentham, to be precise. Randwick, the babies are going around here. This top one, Campbell's Run, won impressively at Hawkesbury last Sunday, won by 3 lengths. The time wasn't too bad, class record time. In Good Time has run some cracking barrier trials, a Spinning World galloper, which Gay Waterhouse puts the polish on. And Tannadice Park, number 5, Rory's Jester horse Bob Thompson trains, placed at Rose Hill behind Planchet on debut. 3 minutes away from Randwick, Gordo is the younger half-brother to the ill-fated Unworldly. Darren Gauci has the ride in the next at Caulfield. He talks with Alf Matthews.
Well, Darren, fantastic start to the day with Gold Lottie. Well done. Awesome ride, as Graham Rogerson said. You start off, well, the upcoming event, you ride Gordo. Well, gee, his form's pretty good.
It's nice form in Sydney. He's only had a handful of starts, and I rode the horse in Melbourne here on Thursday morning, just slow work, and he felt nice. He felt like a nice type of horse, and he's drawn a wide barrier off. We'll see how he goes.
Can you repeat the dose with Freemason?
I think so. I think the track is probably going to play, if anything, into his hand, and it's a 2,400 metres, a gruelling 2,400 metre race, as we all know. If he leaves the barriers like he did the other day, he can take a nice position somewhere, forwardish, hopefully, depending on the pace, and he'll stay. He'll stay. One thing he'll do, he'll keep coming, he'll keep grinding away.
And race 9-year-old Hot Riff, well, the conditions probably suit her.
Well, they do suit her, Alf. Her record here over 1,400 on a wet track is outstanding, and I know she's up a notch in class and what she beat here previously. But I feel she can do it. She's had a nice respite, you know, between her last run, and I think I'm looking for a forward run from her today.
Mate, good luck. I know it's a busy day. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure, Alfie. Thank you.
Darren Gauci, and well, he started off very well. Let's hope he can finish off just as well as he started.
Yeah, wouldn't that be handy? He's got some nice rides in between. He'd love to win a Caulfield Cup with Freemason. Alf Matthews there with the Gouch, who's in form, great form after last week's Group 1, another feature race win. Now New Zealand, hello Dolly, was successful, beating Cinderbella and Fritz 7, 5 and 1. Next from Melbourne, we move into Stakes Race Company with the listed Tupperware Cup. And we've heard from Darren Gauci, re Gordo. Now 5, 3, 2 and 1, Wayne Harris's late mail at Randwick. He's gone with Tannadice Park to beat In Good Time, and then he's made it Flaming Inferno the 2, then the 1 Campbell's Run. Race is due to go in round a minute from now. Scales report, Eagle Farm, we have correct weight on race number 2, it's through. Same applies, Newcastle's first race, and we're awaiting correct weight call from New Zealand on race number 10, where they're just returning to the enclosure. Now in Adelaide for the second race of the day, the runners are parading. A short break, back with Ian Craig.
Into the straight, and the favourite's in front, heading for home. He's travelling beautifully, and he seems to have shifted out badly there. He's going to end up on the outside rail. Now there's a scare for punters.
Golden Draft, thanks.
Try Seidl's new antiperspirant deodorant with microcapsules. Seidl gives you the underarm freshness you need for an active lifestyle. How? As your body becomes more active and body temperature rises, Seidl's microcapsules release to provide you with a true 24-hour protection. The harder you work, the harder Seidl works for you. You can rely on Seidl, the trusted Australian family company. Make Seidl antiperspirant deodorant an essential part of your daily hygiene.
Wayne Harris, 5, 3, 2 and 1. There's been money at longer odds for Dark Topaz, number 6, the Fuji Kaseki filly, which Bill Mitchell puts the polish on. Second in a trial behind Screen Jester. Just one at longer odds with some specking. In fact, it's just a little bit flighty in the barrier stalls. 870 metres, not too many races over that journey. At Randwick, the 2-year-olds are going around. Let's go trackside. Your caller is Ian Craig.
Thank you, Brendan. Yes, I was just commenting to our radio and home audiences about I didn't think I'd ever be calling an 870-metre race here at Randwick, but just explaining to our Sky Channel audience, with the course proper being reconstructed, they can't run 1,000 metres on the inside grass, so hence they've shortened the 1,000 races to 870 metres. Now we've got Victory Vane, and In Good Time to move in. $2.30 about number 3 and $2.80 about number 5. Silver Load, an interesting runner here, trained at Gosford, is by the Canadian-bred horse Langfur. Geez, a nice type of horse, Silver Load. Now Victory Vane is about to move in, and that will see the line complete. First of the day, won by the Ruffy in the field of 4. Lodgent number 4, ridden by Glenn Collis, beat 3 Baghdad, 2 Wet Lips, and 1 ran 4th. The favourite Lady K. Now Grant Buckley has dismounted here from Victory Vane. Very coolish day here in Sydney, and a fairly strongish wind, tending to get behind the horses in the run down the straight. Now Victory Vane has been positioned, and the starter just walking to the back of the line as his assistant is going to dispatch the field here. Won't be long before they're off. There's movement in the middle. Oh, I see now Flaming Inferno's come out of the line here, and the rider has dismounted. I refer to Darryl McClellan. So I'll wait and see what the verdict is here with Flaming Inferno. Nice type of horse too, the favourite In Good Time. He trialled very well. His sectionals were good. He's by Spinning World, part owned by the Horwitz family. And this will be news on Flaming Inferno. Okay. Right, Kim. So the saddle shifted in the barrier stalls. I've been advised by the Deputy Chairman of Stewards, and that is about to be adjusted. So that's somewhat of a rarity, the saddle shifting in the gates. Well, thank goodness they picked it up there. Okay, now the attendance concentrating on Flaming Inferno as a water truck travels around the infield area, letting the dust settle. Course proper's coming along nicely here. It's pretty well all grass now, and scheduled to reopen, of course, for the autumn of 2002. Now Flaming Inferno is being led around here. Whether they've actually tightened the girth, I think they have. I couldn't get a good look, but it does appear now as if a entry into the 870 stalls is apparent. Yep. In good time, still 230, 280 for number 5, Tannadice Park. Now back in the stalls is Flaming Inferno. Back in the saddle is Darryl McClellan. And again, we are very close to a start, I'd imagine. We hope so, on this very busy afternoon. The other 6 runners have been behaving themselves perfectly here. Now there's some action from one near gate 3. Got very, very stirred up. They're almost set, and generally they were standing nicely, and then boom. Now there's another problem. Just a little awkward to anticipate what or see what the problem is. Horse near 3 by the look of it. In good times, riders out of the saddle now. Now it's Dark Topaz that has been backed out of the gates. In the Arrowfield colours is Brad Pengelly. So Dark Topaz, she got very restless. She'd been in there for a long, long time. And not surprisingly, she became a little agitated, and now is she going to be permitted to run? Well, time will only tell. Pool building there, 282,000 on tab limited for a field of 6, and as I've often commented, when a race is late, the investments between the actual race time and the ultimate starting time is usually quite marked. Well, it's out. 104. It's we'll just get the scratching time of Dark Topaz. 104. Thank you. Dark Topaz 104, number 6. Starters on the stand and they're ready to go. Dark Topaz is out. They're off this time. They jumped in a nice even fashion, and Flaming Inferno is the narrow leader. Going up quickly is Victory Vane, and here's Tannadice Park hustling up on the inside, followed closely by Campbell's Run. Then good time at about 5 lengths to Silver Load. Dark Topaz a late scratching at the 550, and here Tannadice Park going right through along the inside. Takes the lead from Flaming Inferno. Wider out is Victory Vane, and the deepest is the favourite In Good Time. Campbell's Run holding the rails, and Silver Load is tailed right off in the straight. In Good Time is coming out after Victory Vane, who got the better of Tannadice Park, clear of Flaming Inferno. And as they pass the 200 marker, it's Victory Vane on the inside, taken on in earnest by In Good Time, who's shifting out to the middle of the track. Victory Vane is still in front. In Good Time has run out of time. In fact, Victory Vane is coming away, and Victory Vane untroubled to beat the favourite In Good Time. Third was Tannadice Park. Campbell's Run fourth. Fifth,
Card Door on the inside, followed by Queensborough. Dreamer's Disease well back, then LDC making some ground with Belushi. Let's Negotiate as they now pack up, and last of all is Swamp Cat. Blues Madam strolled up on the outside to join Syndicato. Little Dot looked beaten. Getting out now, Rami Romancer from Card Door, Queensborough. Dreamer's Disease down the outside, and then Let's Negotiate and LDC in the straight, 350 out. Blues Madam the leader here, got away from Syndicato. Rami Romancer, LDC down the outside with Dreamer's Disease and Card Door. Blues Madam in front at the 200. Rami Romancer trying to get to it, and then Dreamer's Disease and LDC from Syndicato, but it's in front. Blues Madam holding Rami Romancer. LDC late, and Blues Madam gets home for Mark Lister. Blues Madam wins by a length and a half on the line to either Rami Romancer or LDC. Then comes Dreamer's Disease, Let's Negotiate, Card Door, Queensborough, Belushi, Swamp Cat, Syndicato, and last in was Little Dot.
Winner Blues Madam, Mark Lister in the saddle. That one prepared by Graham Rogerson. The minor issue, according to Brian, between 4 LDC and 7 Rami Romancer. Randwick 735, the Quinella $20.80, Exacta 74.70, Trifecta 132.20. Important to note that late scratching of number 6. First 4, 735 and 1, $432.50. Minor issue Bendigo, 10 the winner. The minor issue between 4 and 7. That to be confirmed shortly. Now, Gold Coast, Brocard came up as a ratings top pick on the preview this morning. If you missed the preview, Johnny Wallace's Smart Brocco horse was given a very strong rap. And there's a check of the latest in betting figures. Grand Falls, Lee Freedman said, we'll see how he goes on the rain-affected track. Runners are parading Caulfield. There's a check of the betting information. Good value, Arlington Road, Queensland, TAB. Gordo's shorter in Queensland. Check of the remainder. Now, at Bendigo, 10-4-7 the placings, 10-4-7. New South Wales Quinella, 13.30. Exacta 24.90. Trifecta 132.50. 10, 4 and 7. Randwick, the Quinella and Trifecta information. Victory Vane, perhaps the outsider of that field, as it was the case in the first, but a pretty smart win against the 2-year-olds, including the Spinning World horse, which finished second, Mr. Henry C. Filly. Mr. Henry C. sire of Mr. Innocent. About to move in Victoria Park at Bendigo. It's 10-4-7. Quinella Trifecta information. And there's been good money for number 5 on course, Red Labelle. Red Labelle, well tried on course as we go to Hilton Donaldson.
Good go for number 5, Red Labelle. Has been very well tried on course. Will run a clear favourite on track. Number 5, Red Labelle. 360 on the TAB, now 340, 370, Rachel's Pride. We Will Rock You's been specced. Has been specced, We Will Rock You. It's $8.30 on the TAB. Of the newcomers, Flawed Logic, number 2, is given the best chance on course. It's 7.30, so that's a bit of overs. We Will Rock You goes in, was severely checked left and right at the start on debut in the Dequetable. Red Labelle jumped awkwardly and as a result was slow out in that race. And punters thought that her run was the best, obviously. Rachel's Pride's drawn the outside of the 9. Big field, a big crowd here, and the security staff working overtime to keep them back from both sides of the rail. Racing from the inside, La Paloma was away pretty well. Very slowly away, Halo's Princess and Halo Amore. Blue Princess is going quickly with Flawed Logic, Switch Bill and Rachel's Pride outside them. We Will Rock You settling just behind them outside of Red Labelle, which is racing about 6th. Back to second last now, Halo Amore, and last of all is Halo's Princess. 600 metres to go and La Paloma scooting along in the lead, a couple in front. Second is Flawed Logic, then Rachel's Pride. Further back came Blue Princess, Switch Bill. Then Red Labelle looking for an inside run inside of We Will Rock You at the 350. And the leader's gone very quickly. La Paloma's a couple in front of Flawed Logic. Then Blue Princess, We Will Rock You's ducking in, getting to the outside now. It's Flawed Logic going to the lead, tackled by We Will Rock You. Blue Princess got the inside run. Red Labelle starting to charge home late. We Will Rock You, Blue Princess. Red Labelle's coming at We Will Rock You. We Will Rock You just in front. We Will Rock You. Rock You has got home. Photo second, Red Labelle or Blue Princess from Flawed Logic. And then came out wide, Halo Amore ran on from Switch Bill, Halo's Princess. Rachel's Pride knocking up amongst the tail enders. We Will Rock You, number 9 at big odds, huge odds, 9.60 and 2.30. Ridden by Darren Holland for Joe Lockyer by Forest Glow out of Flavesson. Was most unlucky on debut at 60 to 1 in the Dequetable. She's had the luck today. She had a clear run and she's just won from Red Labelle. They both ran up to their closing efforts in the Dequetable. And third, Blue Princess on the inside. So it's 9 over 5 and 7. 9.
Okay, Hilton's top pick this morning on the preview gets the cash at juicy odds, 9.60, 2.30. Nice run, Blue Princess, improving on its debut run. Pokes up on the inside fence here. That's the baldy-faced galloper. New South Wales Quinella will pay $12.50, Exacta $26.10, Trifecta $131.40. So we just super tab information with the mingling of the different states will take just a little longer to come through. It's 9.57. Darren Holland, the winning rider, and it proved too strong. That winner by Forest Glow. Gold Coast, we're 2 minutes away where Brocard remains an odds-on pick. Kim Bell rides for John Wallace. Outside of those, there's been support for Rolton, number 3. And from there, we've got Vain and Noble, $6.40. Well, there could be a fairy tale story in the Tupperware Cup at Caulfield as the jockeys are up. Alf, we come back to you. Got any magic you can produce for us?
Yes, we certainly hope so, Brendan. I've got Gavin Andrews with me. Gavin, Magic Hatter, can it back up?
We think so. We've never really thought we'd get the chance to back him up, even though we thought he'd be a better horse because he's had trouble with his shins all his life. But he pulled up fantastic out of the Guineas, so he gave us no option but to back up today.
And I didn't think he was all that disappointing in the Guineas.
He ran a great race. I would have liked to have got this track today. In the Guineas last week, we'd have finished even closer, but that's racing.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But, you know, they made you work a little bit up near the lead. Today, you come back to the 1400. Is that better?
Possibly, as long as they don't try and take him on too much. If they sit off him like they have been, he's right in it. If he finds the kick he found last week, he's going to take running down.
His condition, looking at him going to the gates, he looks very well.
Spot on. Perfect he is, yep.
And how many you got him work?
We had 9, but they're all having a spell while we're down here. The 9 we had couldn't earn what this fella can in one run, so we're better off down here with him.
Oh, come away for a good holiday. Good luck, Gavin.
Hopefully. Thanks a lot, Al. Thanks.
Gavin Andrews, Brendan, and does look a genuine chance as you see it going to the gates there. Looks as if it's recovered very well, and a genuine chance indeed. I've put him on top. Number 2, Magic Hatter. I've gone then with number 3, Grand Falls. A little bit of a query here with the ground, but I'm prepared to give it the opportunity. Again, looks very, very well indeed. Then we go on to the John Hawkes trained Gordeau. Well, we all saw it win at Warwick Farm, won very well. Again, hasn't got slow or heavy form, so I suppose we take them as a query to some degree, but it was such a commanding performance, you must include. He's drawn okay, and I think he's a genuine chance. And number 14, Key to Man. He finished his race off very well at Moonee Valley. Very, very strong the last 50 yards. I think he could be the value in this particular race, and not bad value as well. Just summing up here, Brendan, number 2, Magic Hatter, ahead of number 3, Grand Falls, 7, Gordeau, and 14, Key to Man.
Okay, Alpho, we'll come back and see if there's any value. If you can let us know what's the best value compared to what they're betting on track for the running of the 4th race from Caulfield Cup Day. That big one comes up at 5 after 4. To the Gold Coast, race 2.
Wallace, the trainer. Wallace has been in great form in recent weeks, and we're set to go. Ready to go. Line looks good, racing. All Brocard and My Navy Blue both stood there, missed it half a length or so. Tethy's Trojan the first to hop out. Rolton began fast. Celestimore showing good pace. Now Brocard was moving up, but he's caught 3 and 4 wide. Then Vain and Noble, Hula's Treasure. My Navy Blue after being slow at Barrier Eyes back second last. And Exum Lad at the rear. 500 to go, and it's Rolton just in front of Celestimore and Brocard 3 wide. Behind them was Vain and Noble and Tethy's Trojan after beginning well. He's 5th the outside. Then My Navy Blue, Hula's Treasure, and 4 away was Exum Lad. Into the straight they come, 350 to run, and Rolton just in front. On the outside, Brocard was looking to move up, then Celestimore and Vain and Noble back on the inside. It's Rolton still in front, 200 to go, and on the outside, Brocard's coming out after him. Rolton, Brocard and Vain and Noble back toward the inside. Rolton just in front. Tethy's Trojan is flying, and Vain and Noble the fence, they hit the line. Tethy's Trojan or Vain and Noble, not quite sure, possibly the outside. Rolton 3rd. Brocard was anchored under his big weight, then My Navy Blue, Celestimore, Hula's Treasure and Exum Lad. This is a tighty.
Oh, what a thriller, the second from the Gold Coast. Between Tethy's Trojan, the 2, the green cap, and the other one is the 4, Vain and Noble. Goes around the cerise colours with the blue stripes. Pokes up, then as they get near the line. The 2 on the outside, lunges late. Chris Whiteley in the saddle. Oh, very tight. Going back to the inside, the 4, Vain and Noble. Rolton in 3rd position. Tethy's Trojan, Chris Whiteley's ride for Alan Bailey. Or Vain and Noble from the Island Yard on the Gold Coast. So 2 gets it 2 from 4. So it's Alan Bailey, the trainer, Chris Whiteley, the rider, and the full dividends to be confirmed in just a moment. Alf, as we come back to you at Caulfield, what's value for us for the betting without knowing what's going on course?
Well, Brendan, it's pretty much as is. The top weight counter agent, you're representing double the quote there. It's very, very good value. Also, Magic Hatter, I can say you're getting better value as it continues to firm here. Also, Academy, you're getting some sort of value. Arlington Road, no. Gordo, definitely not. And then we go down to Prince of War, who is a horse that has got dead track form, does represent fairly good value at this point in time. Apart from that, Brendan, the rest of them are pretty much as is. Another one that I actually don't mind, number 14, Key to Man. And I can only reiterate what I said before. I liked his last 50 yards of his run at Moonee Valley. Does represent pretty good value.
Sure does, and if that form of Grand Falls is so good, who is currently the favourite for the race, makes it an outstanding chance. Back with Greg Miles' call in about 2 minutes.
It's big, it's booming, it's the real thing. It's the New Zealand Bloodstock Ready to Run sale. There are close to 600 exciting 2-year-olds to select from by the hottest sires around. Anabar, Flying Spur, Spectrum, Spinning World, Bundergulch, Zabeel, just to tempt you with a sample. It's genuine, it's producing Group 1 horses, and this year it's better than ever. The New Zealand Ready to Run sale, it wins by a mile. Freeze ups late October, sale from November the 19th to the 21st. For catalogues and videos, contact New Zealand Bloodstock.
Okay, yeah, this is my scene coming up next. I'm not that guy. That wasn't me. There, on the left. That's the one, holding the spear. That's me.
It's just a shoulder. It could be anybody's shoulder.
We must press on.
Quick, Jeremy's.
I do not beg. I demand it.
See, there's me.
It is you! Mwah.
Philips widescreen.
Oh, sweetie.
The new shape of TV.
Caulfield Cup Day, the year 2001. The first stakes race on this 10-race card is the Tupperware Cup. As they move forward, Alf's made them 2, 3, 7 and 14. And the 14 offering good value. And he mentioned that Magic Hatter continues to tighten on track. For the latest, Greg Miles.
1,400 metres for this, the fourth on the program. Here's Keeterman coming up into the gates. Grand Falls, the favourite, best tried late in betting is Magic Hatter, who bounced onto the track. He looked a picture as he cantered around to the start after his very good run in the Guineas. Another horse backing up from the Guineas counter agent has been a drifter. Big odds. Huge odds, really, isn't he? $36 on the tote. But it's 3, 2, 7 and 6 the favouritism order. Lee Friedman's going for 3 straight with Grand Falls. Not only 3 straight in its form line, but 3 straight on the day here. He won the previous with Moondragon and the one before that with Joie. They were big odds. This one's the favourite. Gordo had joined them and the field is ready. They're set and racing. All Carriage winning the jump on the inside. Arlington Road and Run Just Run got away very fast. Going forward presently on the outside, and Academe getting into a good place. Being followed by Magic Hatter, who's on the improve to be in the first half dozen or so. Settling fully now and presently fired up, went to the lead at the 1100 presently by about a length and a half. All Courage in second placing, followed by Run Just Run and Magic Hatter the outside. 2 lengths to Academe in a good place, although wide there at that point in 5th position around Prince of War and Arlington Road. A length and a half to Keeterman, followed by Tosamba. Grand Falls has got well back over on the inside, being followed by Gordo. Second last is Counter Agent and Leicester Thunderwing up before the turn, and it's presently at the 600 about a neck in front of All Courage. Run Just Run directly behind them, followed by Magic Hatter over on the outside, and then came Academe, Prince of War, Arlington Road, Keeterman, followed further back by Tosamba. Grand Falls has got some work to do. Gordo's behind him from Counter Agent and Leicester Thunderwing. They corner Run Just Run, and the red blinkers moved up with Magic Hatter to go to the lead with presently an All Courage, and then Arlington Road, followed by Prince of War, Tosamba. Gordo's coming down the outside. Run Just Run narrowly. Magic Hatter coming at him on the outside. Magic Hatter, Run Just Run from presently. Gordo's slashing down down the outside. Magic Hatter, Gordo coming at it. Magic Hatter, Gordo drove to the lead. A great win. Gordo, I reckon, beat Magic Hatter, and Run Just Run. An absolutely magnificent run. Back behind them are Tossamba Arlington Road, and then Prince of War, followed by Grand Falls, and further back in the field then was Presently and All Courage Leicester Thunderwing, followed by Keterman, Academe, and back to the tail end of the field is Counter Agent. Gordo has turned in a magnificent run in the straight. He's still very green. He did a few things wrong, but he has swallowed up his rivals in the last few bounds and has got the money. Judge has called for a photo, but it's going to go to good. Very good Guineas trial. Hit the roof second here last year. They're set. Well, now Silver Baron's getting pretty edgy. They're racing now, and Silver Baron missed the start by about a length or so, and Keys was first to bounce out with Tallyseal ridden for pace on the inside. National Chase got away well and settled in third from Courvoisier, and there's the well-tried Amalfi driving forward in the blue colours on the outside. As they settle into stride, Grey Song is back second last, and with 1,500 to go, it's Tallyseal in front. He led by about a length and a half. Keys is second, National Chase is third, and Amalfi's got into a good place on the outside. 2 lengths Courvoisier fifth on the outside of Zarek, and then a length away to Ecstasy, being trailed by Silver Baron, Grey Song the rail, and then Menang, who's next to last, and Foxborough's last of all. Climbing the rise at the back of the track now, a little over 1,200 before them, and the leader is Tallyseal. He lengthened the break to about 3 lengths, Keys. Amalfi with a good trail in third place on the outside, 2.5 lengths to National Chase, followed by Courvoisier. Zarek is a length away on the inside, and they're followed by Ecstasy. In between horses is Grey Song, another length Menang, who's well back in the field in company there with Silver Baron. Grey Song is second last by the 1,000-metre mark, and Foxborough up the side. Tallyseal by a length and a quarter. Amalfi second. Keys is third. Ecstasy is fourth on the outside. National Chase in the orange colours down on the inside rail. It's being followed a length and a half away by Courvoisier, and then Grey Song sneaking through along the inside of horses, trailed by Zarek and Silver Baron with Foxborough at the tail. They're coming up the side now, 600 to go, and the leader Tallyseal by a length. Amalfi, Keys the inside, National Chase. They're followed by Ecstasy and Menang making ground. Grey Song through on the inside from Courvoisier. Zarek dropping out of it on the inside from Foxborough. Silver Baron dropped out last around the turn, and Amalfi puts the test to Tallyseal and hit the lead at the top of the straight. Keys is running on fairly behind them, and then came Grey Song, followed by Ecstasy, and Amalfi's hit the front at 200 to go. It's Amalfi drawing about a length in front of Tallyseal, and then Keys and Grey Song, but Amalfi's racing away from them. Grey Song making significant ground the outside, but Amalfi given a soft run on the line. Amalfi beat the fast finishing Grey Song. Third placing going to Tallyseal, who held on well from Menang, and then Zarek and National Chase in company with Keys. She was trailed further back by Ecstasy, and then came Silver Baron, next to last Courvoisier, and back last to finish in the dive at the gates. They're away now, and Slavonic jumped well on the inside, so did Tempest Morn. Viva La Vie got away fast, and Manziel's on the improve early out wider, followed by Citrus Prince, Desktop Lover, Lolita Star, Adolescence, and then came Merlin's Law. Well back is Big Hustler, caught very wide, and so is Tiger's Eye, about 5 or 6 wide, and Burley Indian Ridge are at the tail of the field, 1,500 to go, and Manziel had crossed them and led. Manziel by 2 lengths, Slavonic second, Tiger's Eye moving up into third, closely followed by Viva La Vie fourth, Tempest Mourners fifth on the rail, followed by Adolescence, and then Big Hustler travelling 3 or 4 wide up the rise at the back of the course. A length and a half further back is Citrus Prince, who's also deep. Lolita Star in the centre, and over on the inside, Desktop Lover, trailed by Indian Ridge travelling wide also, and at the tail of the field Merlin's Law on the inside, and Burley about 1,100 to go now, and it's Manziel the leader out by a length and a half. Tiger's Eye second. In third placing just behind them is Viva La Vie. Big Hustler the outside, nearly a length. Slavonic a length. Tempest Morn sixth the inside from Indian Ridge, having no luck. Then came Adolescence, trailed then further back by Desktop Lover, Citrus Prince, Lolita Star back to third last now from Burley and Merlin's Law. Manziel led coming up the side at the 800 metres. He's narrowly in front of Tiger's Eye and Big Hustler. Viva La Vie right behind them over on the inside in fourth, and then Slavonic and Indian Ridge, a length and a half to Tempest Morn. Desktop Lover on the inside of her, followed by Adolescence as they went by the 600. Citrus Princess next, and then Lolita Star. Burley next to last, and Merlin's Law as they cornered. Where Tiger's Eye strode to the lead. Slavonic's after it. Manziel under pressure. Then Viva La Vie, Tempest Morn and Indian Ridge out wider as they cornered. Trailed by Desktop Lover, making ground on the inside. Tiger's Eye tackled by Slavonic, Indian Ridge. Citrus Princess coming deeper, and then Viva La Vie, Tempest Morn and Lolita Star. They're across the track inside the 200 metres, where Citrus Prince wide out on the course, and Indian Ridge hit the lead. Tempest Morn is coming through on the inside of them. It's Citrus Prince and Indian Ridge. Citrus Prince on the outside. He's going well. Citrus Prince and Nick Indian Ridge. 2 lengths away third, Tempest Morn, grabbing it just in advance of Viva La Vie, and Burley, who made ground from last, and then Lolita Star, Merlin's Law, Desktop Lover, Tiger's Eye trailed in then by Adolescence. A long break then to Slavonic, Manziel knocking up, and Big Hustler last of all. Away well on the inside, and Tilt the Scales missed it by about a length or so. Out very fast as Matter of Honour. Continuum driving up to join it, and Arrogance is going to settle right on the pace as well. Wendigo 2 lengths away in 4th place, and then Crystal Finale followed by Pittance on the outside. Getting through along the inside, then Tilt the Scales, and they were followed well back by Point Danger, and then Padstow and Avnik, one of the tail enders. In fact, is last back there in company with Eminent Chevelle. Up to the turn, and Matter of Honour led by 2 lengths Arrogance. On the inside, third Continuum, 2 lengths away, then Wendigo, Crystal Finale. Padstow the rail from Tilt the Scales, Pittance, well back still Avnik as they cornered, followed by Point Danger into the straight, and it's Matter of Honour from Arrogance. Wendigo coming down the outside, and then Continuum, Padstow, Crystal Finale with a run. Matter of Honour at the 200 is being tackled by Wendigo and Arrogance in the centre. Down the outside, then Crystal Finale. It's Matter of Honour from Wendigo, Crystal Finale and Point Danger. Matter of Honour, Wendigo. Wendigo's grabbed the lead. Wendigo for Nashua. Well, has won the money from either Crystal Finale or Point Danger. Matter of Honour close up, ran a cheeky one. Avnik coming through along the inside was never a chance, and they were followed then by Eminent Chevelle, Arrogance and Continuum. Tilt the Scales, who didn't begin well. Pittance is well back in the field, and Padstow's run last. In a Flurry, who was placed 2 years ago behind Sky Heights, are 2 of the better supported in the race. Primrose Sands moving into the outside gate, so the field is ready. They're set. Lights flashing, and they're off. And In a Flurry jumped a little awkwardly in the middle of the line. Sail of Century is going to snag over their heels in the early part. Primrose Sands is not showing as much dash as we expected early. She's going back, and it's trounced in front from Celestial Show and Bush Padre on the improve. He might be in front soon. King Keitel 2 lengths away on the inside, followed by Ethereal. Hit the Roofs moving up about 3 or 4 wide as they leave the straight, followed by Carpstad Way, Pastor Express the inside, and then Hill of Grace. Behind these, Sir Clive and Shot of Thunder. 2 lengths away in the field, then came Freemason around the outside of Sky Heights, and then Primrose Sands trying to slot in. In a Flurry back amongst the tail enders, followed by Sail of Century, Curator Storm and Big Patters last of all. Primrose Sands off and running in the middle of the field, and by the 1600 trounced by 2 lengths. In second placing, Bush Padre, Celestial Show tucked in third the inside, Freemason circling them, followed by Hit the Roof a length and a half further back, then came Ethereal, King Keitel the rail. In a Flurry's off and running quickly, followed by Primrose Sands trapped out 3 wide, a length and a half Pastor Express, Carpstad Way, and then came Hill of Grace. 2 lengths further back is Sir Clive over on the inside of Shot of Thunder. Then came Sky Heights, another 2.5 lengths to Sail of Century, Big Pat and Curator Stormers last of all. They've gone quickly now, and In a Flurry's dashed right away in the early stages past the 1,000-metre mark by 3 lengths. In a Flurry breaking the field right up into second placing is trounced, and then 3 lengths to Freemason and about 8 lengths to Bush Padre. This is an amazingly run Caulfield Cup. Celestial Show on the inside from King Keitel. Primrose Sands taking off round the outside, followed by Pastor Express, Ethereal and Hit the Roof. 2 lengths behind these is Hill of Grace, Sky Heights, and then Sir Clive, who's over on the inside as they start the bunch before the home turn, and then Shot of Thunder, Carpstad Way, Sail of Century, Big Pat and Curator Storm. In a Flurry around the home turn in in front of Trounced and Freemason coming, and here's Ethereal and Sky Heights off the track making ground. Primrose Sands is next, and then Bush Padre into the straight they race. Ethereal wide out's taken over the running. Sky Heights is coming after her. Celestial Show through along the inside with her run, and then Bush Padre passing the 200 metres now, and it's Ethereal, Sky Heights and Celestial Show over on the inside. Ethereal, Celestial Show and Sky Heights, three of them fighting out the race. Ethereal, Celestial Show, Sky Heights, they hit the line. Ethereal won it by a short half head to Sky Heights and Celestial Show in a photo. They're followed in behind them by Hill of Grace, and then came Bush Padre in a flurry from Sail of Century. Next in was Big Pat, King Keitel, Pastor Express, Freemason, and then Carpstead Way hit the roof. Primrose Sands well back with Trounced, and then came Shot of Thunder. Sir Clive next to last, and last in is Curator Storm. Stand by for placings. It's a photo finish. And you'll find that Ethereal is won by a nose. The judges call for a photo finish between Ethereal and Sky Heights with close-up Celestial Show. And 17 has won it. Number 17, Ethereal, Scott Seamer. Never has a jockey put so much into one ride as Scott Seamer. He teamed with this mare back in the winter in Brisbane to take out the Queensland Oaks and hasn't been off her back in the interim. And a wonderful training performance too by Sheila Laxon. A great family of trainers now. Her husband Laurie, of course, having won a Melbourne Cup, and now Sheila taking out the Caulfield Cup with Ethereal. Scott Seamer, who's really taken Melbourne by storm. He moved down here some weeks ago to get a real feel of what it's like to ride in the Melbourne Spring Carnival, and he'll certainly know what it's like now. He's been deeply impressing many with his riding, and he's ridden an inspired race to get Ethereal home in the Carlton Draft Caulfield Cup. Slow over on the outside, and KMS by Stoll and Hot Riff are the first three to bound out, and they lead from Come Here. Going forward, just behind them, Belle de Jour to get into fourth placing now, and then Calves, Fate Gallant, and then came Miss Power Bird, and she's being trailed over on the inside by Tickle My and Purple Groove at the 900 metres, and KMS made play a length and a half to Hot inside, and then Come Here. 2 lengths away is Perno, followed by Fete Gallant and Bell Ball, a length and a half to Miss Power Bird, and she's followed by Tickle My and 2 to Purple Groove and Spy Stole. 2 lengths to Belle de Jour, and they're followed Calm Smitzer. Come Here the outside, 1 to Perno. Further back is Tickle My, awkwardly placed on the inside as they Spy Stole, Calm Smitzer, Belle de Jour. Perno getting to the outside. She's coming with a run, and Come Here the widest, passing the 200. KMS from Hot Riff. Calm Smitzer coming at her. Perno down the outside. KMS still has it. Perno's gobbling her up on the outside though. KMS grabbed by Perno. They hit the line. And then Spy Stole. Tickle My followed by...
Gates are back and they're racing. Yes, Ministers on the inside was away okay. It's showing a bit of pace, and Rebel Rock is going to settle down fourth and get the run of the race. After 200 metres, Rebel Rock leads by a half length. Oakfield.
Number 14, Thong Classic. They're set and racing in the last. And soon after the jump, Super Impressive and Dara B is settled towards the tail. Dynamic Love, Scenic Peak bounded out well, and away fast too in the early stages is Jade Prince in the all-white sitting up outside the leader. Inspires improving around the outside to get up into about third placing. Dynamic Love is now fourth on the inside, followed closely by On Type. 1.5 to the grey, Arabia, who's caught out wide. Flavour the rail from Make Mine Magic, and also in that bunch of horses, Super Impressive on the outside. A length and a half then to Glen Rowan. Thong Classic in the tail end of the field in company with Sedation and West Express on the outside. 700 left to go at Scenic Peak narrowly. From Jade Prince on the outside, Scott Seamer looking for his fourth of the day. Inspires up there in third placing. 2 lengths Dynamic Love, who's on the inside of Arabia. A length and a half to Flavour, and they're followed by Make Mine Magic. Trailed by on the outside On Type and Super Impressive, and then Sedation, Glen Rowan. Thong Classic giving them a good start, and West Express pulled up as they cornered now. And Inspire up on the outside, and Jade Prince cornering from Arabia. Super Impressive is coming, and Scenic Peak stuck to the inside. Passing the 200, Inspire dash to the lead. Flavors after it. Scenic Peak running a good race on the inside. Inspire from Flavors, super impressive lifting. It's Flavor grabbing the lead from Inspire. 50 to go. Flavor just in front. Flavor just won it from Inspire, I'd say. Photo for third. Make Mine Magic came through in the centre. Scenic Peak on the inside and super impressive out wide. Then Thong Classic only got going in the last little bit, followed by Glen Rowan, and then came Jade Prince, ran a cheeky one to the last little bit, followed further back by Arabia, and then Dynamic Love and Sedation towards the tail of the field. One more on type as the second last to go over. Well in the market. Sir,